So everybody thought Pooh was gonna play varsity. He was that cold, but they didn't. Not Bob Hamrick stuck to it. They let him play. So basically, he ended up averaging, like, they say he averaged 19.6 assists and 4 rebounds and 2 steals a game, and ended up playing for his Frost-Off team and led them to the city championship. Now, what I want to emphasize about him, he was a winner. In elementary school, he won championships at Beasley. He go to Simeon. They wouldn't let him play varsity, so he played Frost-Off. Since he couldn't play varsity, he said, fuck it, I'll play Frost-Off this year. Fuck it. And still won the city championship. All right? The next year, he on his sophomore year, they say he averaged 20. He had on his debut game, he had 22.7 rebounds and 5 steals against Thornwood High School in a sold-out game filled with college scouts and coaches. All right, because when we come to his numbers, I want to say his real numbers. You see what I'm saying? I don't know him verbatim. He led the Wolverines to 30-5 while averaging 19.8 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals. But the season ended after a loss in the state regionals. You feel me? All right. So Rose played garnered him his first National Award Parade All-American third team. Now, during Rose Jr. year in 2006, the Wolverines broke through and won the city championship held at the United Center. All right, where Rose starred with 25 points and crowd-pleasing dunks. All right, so if y'all didn't see that game, it don't even trip. I'ma show it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'ma show it to y'all. Cause that was a game that really got him. That really got him out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't even trip. I'ma show it to y'all. You feel me? Just a little quick highlight of that game, or that championship game, that really brought him that notoriety. Oh yeah, Will Bynum was the beast. Will Bynum, Chris Singletary, Ronnie Fields. Man, we got so many come out of Chicago. It's ridiculous. Sharon, you know what I'm saying? Sharon Collins. Sharon Collins was a beast too around this time. All right, but this the game right here, y'all. His junior year, high school, Derrick Rose. This the game that really got him, that they talking about right here in Wikipedia. Shit out of here. He smashed this shit. It's high school. I was at this game, by the way, too. I was in the stands, UC. Me and my homies. City championship game. High school used to be lit in Chicago, so everybody went to the games and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, high school, 4 women. Ooh. 4 women. Get it. This high school, y'all. So this is the city championship game where he was showing out high school at the United Center. Ooh. Oh my God, why he just do him like that? Don't jump with me. Do not jump with me, fam. Come here. See, he already had that strength. He ain't just get that shit when he got to the league. He was doing that shit in elementary school, high school. He been had all that. That's why I feel like he only added to me a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? To be 100. Give me that shit. Fuck is wrong with you? Shit out of here. Putting nigga shit on the glass, you know. He been just giving nigga, it wasn't LeBron, nigga. He way colder than LeBron, nigga. LeBron ain't even a real person, nigga. D Rose would have took his shine. You feel me? He was taking his shine already. He was coming, so they had to get him out the way. You feel me? He was coming, man. He was coming, man. So look, that's the game. Look at Irvin. Irvin about to yam a nigga, ain't he? Even though he was a robot, he about to yam his ass. But yeah, though, like, I used to watch hella sports, by the way. I don't watch it no more because it's the Matrix. It's not real. It's rigged. So you got to come out of that. It's weird war right now. All right? This is about as much sports I'm going to get as this motherfucking lesson I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? Stay with me, Reflections. Don't get lost in the sauce now. Some of y'all about to get lost in the sauce out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I'm talking about it, it's for a deeper reason. Motherfucker gonna go over enjoy the highlights, nigga. I'm not Stephen A, nigga. Remember, this is the University of Cosmic Intelligence. We just so happen to be talking about a sports athlete right now to make a point about this matrix that's falling. You feel me? But yeah, though. All right, so that was the game where they talking about when they like he won. You know, he averaged 25. I mean, he had 25 points in the crowd pleasing dunks. You feel me? The team advanced through the playoffs and earned the berth. Oh, let me send my shit back right. That's what the tripod is for. I'm tripping. There we go. Hands free. All right. Bet you gonna roll up. Go ahead, do your thing. The team advanced through the playoffs and earned a berth in the Class AA state championship against Richwood High School, where a fourth quarter buzzer beater by Richwood forced overtime. The score was knotted at 29 late in the extra period. Listen, he been great. Now look, with the game tied at 29 late in the extra period, D-Rose stole the ball, buried the game-winning jumper as time expired, giving Simeon his first state title since the Wilson-led Wolverines won in 1984. So, he was already clutch. Junior year high school, he dropped a nigga off for a J to win the state championship game. All right? Now, team finished 33-4 and was ranked nationally, and Rose was awarded with an All-State Illinois mention, EA Sports All-American second team pick, and another parade All-American selection entering his senior year. All right? LeBron ain't the only one that was doing that shit. LeBron ain't even real. All right? And he's with the Boule and them. Rose is not with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's why Rose has been reduced to the role he has been reduced to. All right? Because he didn't sell out. All right, now, Rose was ranked the fifth best prospect in the nation by Sports Illustrated. All right. Now, in January 2007, Simeon traveled to Madison Square Garden to play Rice High School and star guard Kemba Walker. Okay, so yes, in D-Rose senior year, he went to Madison Square Garden to play Rice High School and star guard Kemba Walker, where Kemba ass was bust easily. You know he bust Kemba ass out there. You ain't even got to ask how the matchup went down. You know he got out there and bust his whole ass. Stop playing with Pooh like that. You get, and I'm not just saying it because I'm from the shop. I'm just real life talking facts. Y'all know he bust Kemba Walker ass in high school, so we ain't even got to ask how that situation panned out. And Kemba Walker got G, but y'all know he got his whole ass bust, man. Y'all know that, man. So anyway, the Wolverines end up losing the game 53-51 to Kemba Walker and them. The season's highlight was a nationally televised contest on ESPN against Virginia perennial power Oak Hill Academy 2 weeks later. So, in the game we played against Kemba Walker, like I said, y'all know he bust his ass. He did. He bust his ass, but they lost the game. So, because you know how they go. You know, Rice was full of fucking super all-American. You know, they recruiting niggas. You know what I'm saying? Simeon was just some niggas out the hood that had G. You know what I'm saying? Big Tim and all them that had G. And Pooh. You know what I'm saying? Who tapped into his guy, DE8. You know what I'm saying? But it was being used to go into the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, Pooh kind of, like, fake rolled with them a little bit. He did. And then he came back. But y'all can see, we rolling through. We in high school right now. We almost out of high school. We're this senior year. We coming out of high school now, y'all. We coming out of high school. So, in a matchup against Oak Hill, D-Rose had 28 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. And he went up against Brandon Jennings. Now, this was on ESPN. Once he did this, for this performance, USA Today ranked him their high school player of the week. So this helped him rank more higher nationally too. Simeon then went on to repeat as public champions, and they defended their state championship, defeating O'Fallon High School 77-54. All right. So that was D-Rose in high school. Y'all know he was an All-American. He ended up playing in the Jordan game, did his thing. Boom. Now, D-Rose goes to college. He ended up going to Memphis. Okay. He ended up going to Memphis. But before we completely leave high school, let's look at some D-Rose High School highlights so you can have a feel for how he was coming. All right. Here we go. Some D-Rose High School highlights before we go into college. This is ooh. But as a late nigga, it ain't the shit about. This high school, we're gonna give you some high school highlights so you can see how he was coming before we go to Memphis. Ooh. Ooh. Man, that's a full windmill. Did y'all just see that? That's a full extended windmill, man. That's a 6'1" guard right there. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh. That jack in the box was nasty. Ooh, why he just do him like that? Shit out of here. And your wifey is a bird, even in her pride dress. For a nigga like me to come and get out of nest. Put a nigga on his way to the top. Ooh. Won't stop, hey, and don't stop. Let the dude jam and them hoes won't ride. Hey, so yeah, he was just out there getting freaky, man. That's high school. We going to college now. All right, so he ended up going to Memphis, y'all. So now y'all see how he was coming out of high school. It's just natural athletic ability, like natural talent, like no cloning, just pure God DEA. He done tapped into it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now he's already at this point. The elites is watching him. They like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? They watch him. They like, damn. We could potentially use him. We want LeBron to be better than Jordan, but we could potentially use him if he's willing to bite the bait. So, D Rose goes to Memphis. Now, when D Rose get to Memphis, he was passive. John Calipari, who created Derrick Rose, who recruited him, said, hey, when he get to Memphis, I'm going to make him aggressive. I'm not going for nothing passive. I'm pulling out all his offense. Calipari said that. I told y'all in high school, don't get fooled by them highlights. You know what I'm saying? He was still kind of passive with it. You know what I'm saying? He's real kind of passive with it. Now, going into college, he get more aggressive because Calipari was running that two-guard set with him and Chris Douglas-Roberts. They would just call ISO. Go to the corner and let Pooh go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Which was, to me, I played basketball in Chicago, organized, and a little AAU. And that's just how we play in Chicago. We like to play that ISO ball. We take you to that corner, let the point guard go to the corner, as opposed to being like square in the middle, go to like the corner on the angle. Motherfucker gonna go to work on your ass, break you down and dish it, drive and dish it, or if he got a J, he gonna pull up on you, or he might break you down, go to the cup, dunk on you if he can get up like that. Like, that's just how we come in the shot with the, like, but that way they had him playing at Memphis, that isolation style, that was Chicago ball. So I knew he was gonna kill in that system. When I seen him having him steady go, I'm like, yep, he finna go crazy in college. And he did. It's all about the system you in. And like anybody that played the game, like really like athletes that made it to college and y'all played on that level, y'all know I'm not lying. It's about the system. It ain't really about your skill set. It's more about the system they put you in. Being in the right system and shit like that. Like, yeah, y'all know I'm really like Divine A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? I used to analyze sport. I do all that. I just, you know what I'm saying? It's a waste of time now. You know, I know that it's a matrix. Like, that shit it's being used as the distraction mechanism. So I don't even put no energy into it. But I used to really love the game, like watching it, breaking it down. Like, I used to be the type of nigga that knew all the top recruits that was coming out of high school, football, college, track and field, gymnastics, all that, boxing, MMA, all that. You know what I'm saying? I was heavy into sports. I just don't do it no more. Playing the game, I don't do none of that no more. Like, I done completely cracked the rim. I don't do none of that. I'm completely focused on breaking y'all free from this light code lockdown, nigga. Like, for real. This matrix, because I want y'all to know that these synthetic robots are real. That D Rose was an actual person playing against synthetic robots. LeBron James is a synthetic robot. He looks real, but he is not. He's a robot. And he was also chosen to replace Jordan's legacy. You know what I'm saying? That's why they trying so hard to give him the rings. Why you think it's set up like that? He the first one to really go super team crazy. KG and them niggas don't count. KG, when they went to Boston, niggas was already at the end of their careers. KG was in Minnesota forever. Ray Allen they was forever hooping. You know what I'm saying? With LeBron, what him and Bosh did when they went over there with Wade was some whole shit. I don't give a fuck what you say. And as a result, next thing you know, niggas started chasing the same shit. Because it was all rigged. It's rigged after that point to make LeBron get to where they need him to get. Because Jordan was a real person. D Rose was a real person. So, anyway, let's keep going. So, Rose goes to Memphis under Calipari, all right? After turning down Indiana and Illinois, he go to Memphis, all right? So, Rose said he chose Memphis because of the school's history of putting players in the NBA and the prospect of Rod Strickland, a 17-year veteran of the league, mentoring him. Rose switched to number 23 due to the fact that number 25 had been retired by the school in honor of Penny Hardaway. All right. With the addition of Rose and led by veteran upperclassmen Joey Dorsey and Chris Douglas Roberts, I was telling y'all about, the Tigers started out the season ranked third in the nation. Memphis sprinted to a 26-0 start and claimed the number one ranking in the nation. All right. So first year in college, D Rose is going crazy. All right. This is the point when the elites are starting to come to D Rose. All right. They got him at number 23. He was 25 at Simeon. They put him in 23 because 23 is the reverse of 32. It's a number the elites like to play with because 3 times 2 is 6. 6 universe. So they like putting their people in a 23 or playing with 23. You know what I'm saying? They like to tell you that water freezes at 32 degrees Celsius. Even in the Masons, they like to say 33 degrees is the highest level of knowledge that one can attain. You know what I'm saying? It's a play on the number. So D Rose was told to wear 23 at Memphis because the Illuminati the elites had already started coming at him. All right, they had already started coming at him with the prospect of what they can provide him if he's willing to do certain things. You give me something to drink, baby, please. Now they wasn't going too in depth with him just yet. You know what I'm saying? He's still just hooping right now. You know what I'm saying? They ain't how they do you. You know what I'm saying? They ease it in on you. So they get him into number 23. He in number 23. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we got him in 23. Okay. We can put a stamp on him. All right. So let's check out his numbers. All right. Memphis does great this year. They qualify for the big dance with a 33-1 record. Because at this point, Rose is already fully sided with the elites. He don't really know how deep he getting though yet. See what I'm saying? He don't know it yet. It's not a coincidence that their record that year, Memphis Tigers, D Rose wore 23. Remember, he was diehard 25. He wore 25 for Benji. He would have wore 25 at Memphis. He only wore 23 because of the elites. And then they finished that year with a 33-1 record. Gematria. All right. Rose averaged 15 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. He earned All-American third-team honors. Finishes 33-1. Switches to number 23. Finished with All-American third-team honors. You know, the elites play with our number. That's our shit, though, but they play with it, though. You see what I'm saying? To make it sound like it's their shit. That's what they do. And they contort it and use it for negative energy. All right? He finishes as a finalist for the Bob Cousy Award as well as the John R. Wooden Award. Memphis was seated number 1 in the South region. Rose earned high praise for his increased focus on defense, hounding Texas Longhorn guard DJ Augustine into a low percentage game in the Elite 8. In a matchup against UCLA in the Final Four, Rose finished with 25 points and 9 rebounds to lead the Tigers to an 85-67 win and a trip to the NCAA championship against Russell Westbrook. Y'all listen and pay attention. We're getting deep. He did this against Russell Westbrook. All right. The wins, then he went to play the championship game. All right. Now, this is the thing. He wasn't even supposed to beat Westbrook and them at UCLA. It was set for UCLA to play Kansas. That's the way they wanted to go. They was going to already have D Rose flow through the NBA draft. Feel me? But he went out there and did that anyway. He went against them. All right. So when he went against them, they forced him not to go out in the championship game and give his all when they lost to Kansas. All right, they had already started these moves and these plays on D Rose. Little did people know, because people don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Kansas goes on to win the championship that year. All right, led by Sharon Collins, who's another dog out of Chicago. Shout out to bro. You know what I'm saying? Sharon got family connected to Sharon. So shout out to Sharon. You feel me? He was a dog though. They don't take nothing away from Kansas. I ain't taking away from none of, but I'm just saying the real shit though, the real spill. All right. The wins set the NCAA mark for most wins in the season. All right. Rose scored 17 points on 7 of 17 shooting, along with 6 rebounds and 7 assists. You know what I'm saying? But he missed a critical free throw at the end of the second half. They would have won the game. Remember, D Rose missed the free throw. He missed it on purpose. Let me show y'all the free throw. They would have, look, he missed the free throw on purpose, y'all. I'm exposing all tonight because he was already into these shits. Look. Hold on. Here you go. This was all on purpose, y'all. They could have won the game, but he missed free throws.
Anderson at the line. And now it's Douglas Roberts. Can you make them under pressure? Jimmy, you'll be going to the Masters.
Look, Memphis winning right now, y'all. It's only a minute 39 left. He blew the game on purpose.
Well, if you want anybody on the line, you want the Conference Player of the Year, First Team All-American Player, First Team All-Tournament, All-South Regional. This young man has had a
niggas missing free throws on purpose.
3% in the tournament at the line, and he shot 60 free throws. 1-1. Not this conference with their national championships.
Look,
losses in the 50s.
Memphis was winning, man.
68. Won the triple overtime to North Carolina, 54-53. 2 shots here. And that was close to the off.
Look.
But you see how he pulled back, Jim?
Look, it's 62-60. 16 seconds left. Mind you, Memphis been winning the last 2 minutes of the game. They made D Rose and them blow the championship game.
Point that was reviewed and taken away
because of this.
Rose shot. Jim, we talked about
now watch this.
All the time.
62-60. Look who at the line. Look, watch him blow it. Watch him blow the game on purpose.
This is a big
look at the scope. And look how many seconds left.
It's last timeout.
He's gonna blow the game on purpose.
He backed off as well. He's contested.
Look.
Back from 9 down in regulation. A Kansas comeback for the history books.
It was called a Kansas comeback for the history books. See what I'm saying? Because it was unbelievable. Like, Memphis was winning. A lot of people forgot that. I don't lie to y'all about nothing. He blew that game because they weren't supposed to beat Russell Westbrook. Elite got on his ass like, all right, since you did that, all right, blow that next game or we gon' get down on your family. Get down on you. You won't make it to the NBA at all. So he blew the game. They blew the game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't forget about how they was winning. They was up by 9. That's why when Kansas came back and won, they was like, damn, this one for the history books. You think I'm connecting these dots and they just flowing like this? No, the truth is stranger than fiction, man. D Rose was finna break. He was finna break. He was finna be better than LeBron and go way past that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep going though. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going though. So after losing the game and all that shit, he ended up he finishes averaging 20.8 points. 20.8 points. 6.5 rebounds and 6 assists per game. You feel me? So, it's on April 15th, Rose announced he will forego his final 3 seasons at Memphis and declare for the 2008 NBA draft. All right, now, right here, when Rose announced that he's going to declare for the draft, the elites came to Rose. Little do people know to the public. The elites came to D Rose, all right? And they came to him, and they was like, it's either the blood oath, all right, make a blood oath or sign with Adidas. D Rose originally would have went with Nike, right? Because Michael Jordan was his favorite player. I can pull it up right now where they asked D Rose who was your favorite player, which I am gonna pull it up, and he said Michael Jordan. So that makes sense for him to want to sign with Nike. So there you go. So now I'm not making that up neither. I ain't gonna make shit up with y'all. Y'all know me by now. Okay? Now I need to be in. Divine insight is what I'm here to give you. Alright? So D Rose either had to make a blood oath, that's either drink the blood of a child, right, which they've been doing in Hollywood, which is just now coming out publicly, but they've been doing this. Either drink the blood of a child that they killed, like participate. He would have had to participate in a torture ritual and drink the blood of a child, the adrenochrome, or make a family sacrifice, kill somebody close to him, give with somebody close to him, or sign with Adidas, which is the opposite of Nike. You know what I'm saying? Because then D Rose was so good that they knew he was going to be a superstar. So they're like, okay, that'll help blow Nike up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not Nike, Adidas up. So, but Rose decided to sign with Adidas because of this. He signs with Adidas because of this, all right? But he was also warned that a blood sacrifice would be needed eventually. So here got the commercial right here, y'all, where he signs, when he signed with Adidas, and he was warned. My bad, y'all, I hit the side button. He was warned that a blood sacrifice will be needed later. Now check this out. This is Adidas commercial when he signed with Adidas. Pay attention to this commercial. Watch all the symbolisms. This is the Adidas commercial. Alright, so you see the Rose petals, you see the Adidas shoes, the D Roses, alright? You see the D Roses, and he was representing the bull. Now, let me put this back up here. He was representing the bull in the commercial. Now, before he went to Adidas, all right, Adidas, they wasn't able to just get him to go to Adidas just by saying, hey, it's either take a blood oath or participate in the blood oath or sign with Adidas. You know what I'm saying? They also use, like, controversy. You know, they'll make shit up on you. Remember how Cat Williams was saying, like, when he started exposing the truth, they started locking him up. He said he'd been in jail over 19 times, and people always wonder how he got out. Basically, he's hinting at you that he's hinting to the public that, hey, they making this shit up. It's called propaganda campaign. They'll do it, you know what I'm saying? So, they use controversy and propaganda campaigns all the time to destroy a lot of people that's going into the entertainment business that's completely unaware of who really runs the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, basketball, playing in the NBA, that's a part of the entertainment business. So, you know, Pooh, I'm pretty sure Pooh, Derrick Rose, and his family did not know what the business was about. You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they didn't know that. You feel me? Yeah, they did Bill Cosby like that too. Yeah, when he went to go, when he tried to go by NBC, you know, they Yeah. They got like that. You know what I'm saying? They locked him up. They said they accused him of doing, that's what they do, was propaganda campaigns, and a lot of people not aware of it. So they did the same thing to Derrick Rose. It was a propaganda campaign, you know what I'm saying? They basically sat there, you know what I'm saying? They basically sat there and 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 made it seem like he never passed his grades in high school. So they had this whole controversy that came up that they also used, you know what I'm saying, to force him over to Adidas, you know what I'm saying? And notice, like, the start date of Derrick Rose controversy started 2008. In 2008, he was in college. That's the year he was in college, killing. Remember, I said the elites came at him, right? They was already fucking with him, coming at him, all right? The controversy of him, the thing with his grades didn't end to May 28th, 2010, and it ended with a $100K settlement. And they ended up suspending the whole college season that he had, because they basically said that in high school he never passed. He had a D in the class on one of his tests, and somebody gave him a C or something like that. They came up with some bullshit like that, you know what I'm saying? All right, they came up with some bullshit like that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, and they pulled up a picture of him throwing up the forks. That's how they came at him, right? That's how they do. They threw up the picture of him. They went and found the old picture of him throwing up the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Then they came up with the scandal saying that he had a C, he had a D, and somebody raised it to a C. You know what I'm saying? He raced his whole college season like they was already fucking with him, but people wasn't paying attention though. You see what I'm saying? Because people didn't know. So, y'all can go look it up. It's on Wikipedia too, like far as with these dates. But I'm just using their information to make my point. You know what I'm saying? So the start date was 2008. He was in college. It didn't end in May 28, 2010 with a $100,000 settlement from Memphis University. And they also suspended Memphis' whole season that Derrick Rose was there. They erased it out the history book, so it don't even count no more. Now, once D. Rose converted to the Illuminati, because that's when he signed over now. Now he's over there, you know what I'm saying? Because he said he's scared, he shook. He like, damn, shit. They came up with all this bullshit. I ain't even gonna try to come out and go against it. Fuck it, I'ma just roll with it now. Fuck it, I'ma just go ahead and sign with Adidas. I ain't finna do all that blood on shit. I ain't finna do that blood sacrifice shit, but I sign with Adidas though. You know, because Pooh wanna play the game, so he like, shit, I ain't finna do all this blood on work, but I ain't with that blood sacrifice shit, but I signed with Adidas though. So he signed with Adidas, boom. He signed with Adidas. So this the reward they get D Rose for signing with Adidas because they wanted him to do it. The reward for signing with Adidas, they drafted D Rose number 1 only if he agreed to change his number to 1. That's why they made him change his number from 23 to 1, because then they was telling him he was going to be the one. They gave him a big ass deal with Adidas, $1 million for $1 million per year. They made him switch his number to number 1 because they was telling him he was going to be the one, because they thought he was going to stay on their side and rock with them. The elites. I'm talking about D Rose. They sent him to the Chicago Bulls because the elites worship the bull. Actually, they even worship the bull phallus. You see what I'm saying? Now, the bull phallus is the bull penis. You get what I'm saying? So let me show y'all real quick. So that's why they sent D Rose to the Chicago Bulls too. It wasn't just because he was from Chicago. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't just because he was from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Look, phallus. What's a phallus?
Phallus.
A phallus, say it again, what's this?
Phallus.
What's a phallus? A penis, especially when erect, typically used with reference to male potency or dominance. Alright? So that's what a phallus is, alright? Now they are in love, the elites are in love with phalluses, with the bull phallus in particular. Now, let's look at a bull phallus. This is the shape of a bull phallus. Alright, hold on. See it? That's the shape of the bull phallus. Phallus is another word for dick, penis. So you're learning a new word if you didn't know it, and if you already knew it, then you already know what I'm talking about. Okay, so most of your NBA teams are already set up to be worshiping the elites anyway. So I'm just using the Chicago Bulls right now because, we talking about D Rose. So when they send him to the Bulls, the elites worship the bull in the bull phallus. You see it? The bull phallus. Listen, why you think the Washington Monument is shaped like a bull phallus? Look, that's what the Washington Monument is. Let me show y'all how much they love the bull phallus, the elites. They love the bull phallus so much, the Washington Monument is shaped like a bull dick. That's what this is. Boom. There you go. This thing right here that nobody ever paid attention to, that sit in front of the White House, the Washington Monument, That's a bull penis. See it? Y'all see it? That's a bull phallus. That is a bull phallus. They worship the bull phallus. The elites do. So that's a bull phallus that's sitting out there at the Washington Monument. And I just showed y'all what a phallus is and what it looked like. I can go to image 2 of a phallus. See? The bull phallus. Now watch this. You can go to bull phallus. That's a phallus. Now go to bull phallus. Look. See it? You see it? Look. See? Phallic symbols. See it? Phallic symbols. And the Washington Monument is 666 inches tall, 666 inches wide. You see what I'm saying? Washington Monument is 666 inches tall and 666 inches wide. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they sent Derrick Rose, alright, to the Chicago Bulls. Okay? Michael Jordan too. That's why Michael Jordan played for the Bulls and they made him wear number 23. But that's another video. I'll do that at a separate time. I could do Michael Jordan another time. We on D Rose right now. Alright? So yeah, I could do Jordan a whole nother time. But yeah, that's the reason why they made Jordan go to the Bulls too. Alright, and that's what any NBA team, NFL team, sports teams, they all got real deeper meanings than you could ever think on some satanic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Alright, so his reward for signing with the Bulls was being drafted number 1, which is why the 2008 draft was considered to be rigged. Alright, a lot of people forgot. The 2008 draft was considered to be rigged. You know why? Because the Bulls weren't supposed to get the number 1 pick that year. But because D Rose signed with Adidas and that was his official interest into like the elites. Like, okay, I got y'all, I'ma fuck with y'all. They wanted him to be with the Bulls, so they pushed the shit to make it go with the Bulls. And that's why everybody said it was rigged that year. You know why? These are Wikipedia facts. The Chicago Bulls, after having a losing season on May 20 of 2008, these are Wikipedia facts. The Chicago Bulls, because this is one of the elite teams, it's a big market city, even though I'm from Chicago, I'm just speaking the facts. The Chicago Bulls are having a losing season. The Chicago Bulls, after having a losing season on May 20th, 2008, the Bulls defied extraordinary 1.7% odds to get the rights to the number 1 pick in the NBA draft lottery drawing. Forced the Bulls. I ain't even gotta keep reading it. The elites worship Bulls though, but that's why they wanted to go to the Bulls though. But yeah, that's why everybody always read. Then check this out. Alright. Michael Beasley was supposed to win number 1. D Rose was a beast. Yes, he was. But a lot of people forgot about him. He was supposed to go number 1. But because D Rose, but because D Rose had agreed to sign with Adidas, that was helping the elite, right? He had already wore the number 23 and all that. And they told him a blood oath will be required later, right? They had already told him that. He hadn't did one. He elected to sign with Adidas, which was a start in the right direction for them. Okay, boom. But you forget who was supposed to go number 1 that year. Not only did the Bulls end up with the number 1 pick, somehow, but the nigga that's supposed to win number 1 end up going number 2. Michael Beasley put up way higher numbers than D Rose in college. All right? A lot of people forgot that. So let me play it. All right? Beasley was the better player at the time, not D Rose. Peep game. I'll let the tape roll though. Coming out of college, He was the number one player that year. People forgot that.
I'm him. Y'all know what's going on.
Him. H-I-M. Origin. PG County, Maryland. Synonym. Mellow from the left side. Be easy. The walking bucket. Michael Beasley is one of the most talented basketball players.
He was number one that year.
But he couldn't manage to escape the environment.
He's supposed to win number one that year, y'all.
Get out of his own way.
But he didn't go because D Rose had already went with the elite, so they had already had it set up for him to go one.
Beasley never managed to put it all together.
I think, to be honest with you, though, the best player to come out last year has to be Mike Beasley, though. You know, the things he's doing on the floor, you know,
Pay attention.
people say he can't score in the league. I'm 6'9", man. Big guys. 6'7". I give him 6'8". The things he's doing on the real to be 6'8", shoot the three with ease, handle the ball, you know, post up strong as he is. You're talking to a 6'10" Sky's the limit, man. So,
He was one of the most ridiculous college basketball players we've ever seen. Coming in just a year after KD, Beasley took over the Big 12 and put himself in legitimate consideration for the number one pick in a draft that had Derrick Rose, Kevin Love, and Russell Westbrook.
Listen.
He averaged 26 and 12.
Look at them numbers. Hold on.
12 player of the year.
Look at them numbers. He was supposed to be number one that year. He averaged 26 points, 12 blocks, 1 assist. 12, they probably meant to say 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 blocks per game. He ain't averaged no 12 blocks. He averaged 12 rebounds. He averaged no 12 blocks, dude. He's tripping. But he ain't averaged no 12 blocks. Hell no. But 26, well, he was going crazy. That was the year D Rose was there. He was the number one player that year, but because D Rose had already sold out, you get what I'm saying? They forced D Rose won.
First team All-American and put up gaudy stat lines like 40 and 17 against Missouri, 44 and 13 against Baylor, 39 and 11 against Kansas in a loss, and 25 and 6 against them in a huge upset.
Shit out of here.
The eventual national champions.
Shit out of here.
Explain how good he was to someone who didn't get to see
Cash.
But his one season at K-State,
he was a beast.
Eyes. One of the 5 best freshman seasons in college basketball history. Man had 28 double-doubles.
He had 28 double-doubles, y'all, in college.
Anthony, who had 22.
Alright, so we ain't got to see no more of that. I just wanted to show y'all how cold he was. We ain't finna watch no Michael Beasley story. No, it ain't going like that. I just want to show y'all how